Good day, folks. Welcome to the WigWag workshop. Today I decided I'm going to do some experimentation. Not sure how it's going to turn out. What I want to do is try to make some kind of rusty, grungy type thing. I know there's tutorials out there, detailed explanations on how to do it. I'm just going to mess around this evening. So what I have here is just your standard Tamiya paint jar. Get your local hobby shop. It's like $1 or $2, whatever. I have empty, old paint jars. Just don't know where they are. So I got one of these. I am going to add 1 part piece of steel wool and dump that in there. A tiny bit of Winsor Newton raw umber. It's called it's an oil paint, but it's water soluble oil paint. Not sure how that works, but water mixable oil color. So I'm going to add a little drop of that, I probably should have got a toothpick out. Excuse me, where I reach for it. I always keep toothpicks on a workbench. So we're gonna add a touch of that. Just a tiny bit of the raw umber, dark color, rust kind of color. I'll put that in there. I'll put that back in its home here in the drawer. Now, the next ingredient is probably going to be kind of unusual. I got a baggie of old stinky cigars. The local place where I get my good beers and stuff from, my Friday night adult beverages, if you will. They always have a bin of like $1 for 5 cigars, all the cheap cigars that probably been sitting on a shelf forever. So I always pick them up, not to smoke them, but I always figure, the paper can probably, do something with the paper and stuff. So got to thinking, well, it's a nice color, so I'm going to add a little bit of that to the mixture. Paper and tobacco and all. So we're going to add a bunch of that. Like the paper. I was thinking the paper, you could probably, if you peel the paper carefully, you could probably figure out something to do with that. I don't know. Repurposing. That's what it's about. Cheap stuff. I don't know how this is going to work. Groovy, right? It doesn't matter. If it works out, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's like, 10 cents worth of stuff. Now, the next step, I wasn't sure if I should use water or some isopropyl alcohol. For this one, I'm going to do alcohol, 91%. We'll see how that works. So we're just going to fill the jar with some alcohol. And give it a good mix up. Mixers. Mix, 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 mix. Or maybe I put a little too much alcohol in there for the ingredient. Something like that. Alright, I'll put some more, let's put some more tobacco in there. It's not wacky tobacco, just tobacco. So let's dump some more of that in there. Maybe some of the finer granules. Like so I'm going to do the same thing with some wet water. See if that makes a difference. Why am I doing this? I don't know. It's Friday night and I'm bored. ladies out shopping, boys are playing games and watching TV. Let's get a nice workshop where it's nice and quiet day. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this up. You know, give it a few days, week or whatever, and we'll come back to it and see what happens. But yeah, I mean, so far it's looking dirty, rusty. Hopefully all the tobacco and the paper dissolves. And maybe add a little more color in there. I should say more pigment. And you know, I do have some weathering powders. I think we add a little bit of dirty brown to it. Let's add a touch of dirty brown weathering powder to it. Tiny bit of that. And let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, maybe some rusty brown, because that's what we're going for, like the brown. It's kind of reddish. Add some little bit of rusty brown in there, so we're going for a rusty color. A little bit of that, maybe a tad bit more. A little bit of that in there. So we got some weathering powders in there, and some alcohol, some tobacco, stale tobacco. Mix her up. Alright, so what we'll do is come back in a couple days and then see what the results are. Doubt anything's going to come of it, but like I said, don't know unless you try. I mean, all these great weathering techniques and stuff out there weren't made overnight, right? They were, you know, people mucking around and trying different things. So let's see what happens in a couple days. By the way, my last experiment didn't work too well. I think I posted a video of that. So until next time, folks, be kind to one another. Remember, keep the glue on the styrene.